What if the retirement plan you've been counting on for decades actually contains a hidden timing flaw that could cost you your healthiest years? Most people never see this coming until it's too late. Welcome to Mr. Greenvestor, where we focus on actionable, conservative financial advice for long-term stability. Today, we're uncovering why the traditional retirement age of 65 could actually jeopardize your quality of life when you need it most. The hidden danger most people never see. The moment of realization often comes too late. You're sitting in a doctor's office, receiving news that changes everything. And suddenly you understand your health is gone before your retirement even properly began. This isn't about life expectancy, it's about healthy life expectancy. The two are very different numbers that most people confuse. Life expectancy tells you how long you might live, but healthy life expectancy reveals how many of those years you'll actually be well enough to enjoy. The statistics are sobering. According to World Health Organization data analyzed by researcher Jeff Nobbs, the average American's healthy life expectancy is only 66.1 years. That means if you retire at 65, you're looking at just 13 months of healthy retirement on average. This isn't a financial discussion. It's about time you can't get back. The window for active retirement, for travel, for pursuing passions, for quality time with family is much narrower than most people plan for. Why your body's clock matters more than your financial clock. That vanishing window of opportunity represents more than just numbers on a chart. Healthy life expectancy means the period when you can realistically hike mountains, learn new skills, start businesses, or travel comfortably without significant health limitations. When we compare the United States to other developed countries, the picture becomes even more concerning. Japan leads with a healthy life expectancy of 74.1 years, followed by Singapore at 73.6 and Korea at 73.1. The U.S. trails significantly at just 66.1 years, nearly a decade less healthy time than our international counterparts. The physical reality hits hard after 65. Energy levels decline, mobility becomes more challenging, and the ability to handle long flights or adventurous travel diminishes rapidly. This isn't speculation. It's the pattern we see consistently in retirement planning cases. Consider two contrasting scenarios. Someone who retires strategically at 55 might have 15 to 20 years of active retirement ahead. Meanwhile, someone who waits until 65 could face health limitations within their first year of retirement. The difference isn't just quantitative, it's qualitative. The stress of continued work takes a hidden toll that many underestimate. Chronic workplace stress contributes to hypertension, sleep issues, and accelerated aging. You might not feel it day to day, but your body is keeping score. Preserving health requires time investment that demanding careers often prevent. Proper exercise, quality nutrition, adequate sleep, these aren't luxuries you can postpone until retirement. They're necessities that require attention now if you want to enjoy retirement later. The math becomes clear when you consider what you're trading. Working those extra years might increase your portfolio by 10 to 15%. But if it costs you 30 to 40% of your healthy retirement years, the trade-off deserves serious reconsideration. This timeline pressure affects every aspect of retirement planning. The European vacation you've dreamed of? Much more enjoyable at 60 than 70. Starting that small business or nonprofit? Far more feasible when you have the energy of your mid-50s rather than late 60s. Your family health history plays a crucial role here. If longevity runs in your family, you might reasonably expect more healthy years. But if your family history includes early health declines, the urgency to retire earlier becomes even more pressing. The key is recognizing that health preservation compounds over time, much like investments. The habits you build today determine the quality of your tomorrow. Waiting until retirement to focus on health is like waiting until retirement to start saving. It's simply too late to get the full benefit. The financial industry's hidden incentive to keep you working. Now you might wonder why this critical timing issue isn't more widely discussed. The financial industry has structural incentives that often align with keeping you working longer. When you understand how advisor compensation works, the picture becomes clearer. Many financial advisors earn fees based on assets under management. The longer you work and contribute to your retirement accounts, the larger their compensation grows. This creates a natural bias toward recommending extended working years, even when it might not serve your best quality of life interests. There's an important distinction between wealth maximization and life optimization. Wealth maximization focuses purely on growing your portfolio to its largest possible size. Life optimization asks a different question. What portfolio size allows you to live your best life starting at the earliest reasonable age? This brings us to 3 simple rules for building sustainable wealth. Rule 1. Spend less than you earn. It sounds basic, but over half of Americans making over $100,000 annually save nothing. Rule 2. One house. Second homes create ongoing expenses that drain retirement resources. Rule 3. One spouse. Divorce is one of the most common reasons people miss their retirement goals. The emotional dimension of investing often gets overlooked. Studies consistently show that asset allocation, your mix of stocks, bonds, and other investments, determines about 90% of your long-term returns. Yet most people focus on stock picking or market timing, which contributes very little to overall performance. This matters because how you react to market volatility during retirement transition is crucial. The sequence of returns risk, poor performance in your first years of retirement, can devastate a portfolio if you're forced to sell assets during downturns. This is where professional guidance becomes valuable, not for stock picking, but for helping you maintain discipline. Most people dramatically overestimate their risk tolerance until they experience a real market decline. Having worked with hundreds of families through market cycles, I've seen how emotional responses can undermine even the best-laid plans. The 60% market decline during the 2008 financial crisis wasn't a theoretical exercise. It was a reality that tested everyone's resolve. The financial industry's focus on accumulation phase strategies often overlooks the distribution phase complexity. Withdrawing money sustainably requires different skills than accumulating it. This is where working with someone who's navigated multiple market cycles provides real value beyond simple portfolio management. The compensation structure discussion isn't about vilifying financial professionals. It's about understanding incentives. When you're seeking advice, ask this crucial question: are you a fiduciary to me 100% of the time? Get the answer in writing. Fee-only advisors have committed to this standard, while fee-based arrangements may involve commissions that create conflicts. The difference matters because advice that maximizes your wealth might not optimize your life. If working 2 extra years grows your portfolio by 15%, but costs you 30% of your healthy retirement time, the math of life satisfaction may point toward earlier retirement. This isn't about avoiding professional help. It's about finding the right kind of help. A good advisor should help you balance financial security with life quality, not just push for maximum portfolio growth regardless of the personal cost. Building your path to earlier, secure retirement. So how do we build a practical path that balances financial safety with quality of life? It starts with redefining what retirement actually means. Retirement isn't about stopping work entirely. It's about shifting priorities and gaining control over your time. The most successful retirements I've seen involve retiring into something rather than away from something. Having purpose, structure, and engagement matters more than most people anticipate. The transition from full-time career to complete idleness can be jarring if not managed thoughtfully. Your health investments become financial assets in this equation. Nutrition, exercise, and sleep aren't just lifestyle choices. They're investments in your future quality of life. The time and money you put into health preservation today pay dividends in active retirement years tomorrow. Calculating your personal enough number is more art than science. It's not about maximizing wealth. It's about determining the minimum portfolio that supports your desired lifestyle with acceptable security. For many people, this number is lower than they assume when they factor in reduced expenses and smarter withdrawal strategies. The power of gradual transition cannot be overstated. Moving from full-time work to part-time consulting or passion projects provides income continuity while freeing up time for health investments. This phased approach reduces sequence of returns risk by limiting early retirement withdrawals. Creating multiple income streams builds security beyond your investment portfolio. Rental income, part-time work, consulting, or small business ventures can cover basic expenses, allowing your investments more time to grow. This approach often provides more security than relying solely on a large portfolio. The mental shift from accumulation to distribution requires careful planning. Many people struggle with spending their savings after decades of building them. Having multiple income sources can ease this psychological transition while providing practical financial benefits. Your retirement plan should include specific health goals alongside financial targets. Target retirement dates should align with health preservation milestones, not just portfolio size. This might mean retiring earlier to prioritize health, even if it requires slightly higher withdrawal rates initially. The concept of enough extends beyond money to time and energy. How much is enough time with family? Enough energy for travel? Enough mental capacity for new learning? These qualitative factors deserve equal weighting with quantitative financial metrics. Practical steps begin with a thorough assessment of current expenses and projected retirement costs. Many people overestimate what they'll spend in retirement, particularly if they've paid off their mortgage and reduced work-related expenses. The transition plan should include specific health investment commitments. This might mean scheduling regular exercise, planning healthy meal preparation, or budgeting for preventive health care. These aren't incidental expenses. They're core retirement planning components. Your Social Security strategy should integrate with your overall retirement timeline. While delaying benefits increases monthly payments, claiming earlier might make sense if it allows you to retire at a healthier age. This decision requires balancing immediate income needs against long-term benefit optimization. The portfolio construction for early retirement differs from traditional approaches. You'll need sufficient liquidity for early years while maintaining growth potential for later years. This often means a more conservative allocation than you might expect, with emphasis on cash flow rather than total return. The psychological aspect of early retirement planning deserves attention. Many high achievers derive identity from their work. Planning for meaningful activities and social connections outside work becomes as important as financial planning. Your exit strategy should include concrete steps for reducing work commitment gradually. This might mean negotiating reduced hours, transitioning to consulting, or starting a passion business well before full retirement. The key is maintaining some income while gaining time flexibility. Ultimately, building your path requires balancing competing priorities with clear-eyed realism about health timelines. The goal isn't just financial independence, it's life independence, where you have the health and resources to live on your terms. Creating your personal exit strategy. When you turn 60, most people have less than 1,000 weeks of healthy active time remaining. That passes quickly. Assess your family health history and personal risk factors realistically. The who not how approach means finding experts to accelerate your financial independence rather than figuring everything out yourself. Start with simple first steps. Calculate your healthy years remaining, then plan backwards from there. That decision about when to retire affects everything: your health, relationships, and life satisfaction. If this analysis resonated, subscribe to Mr. Greenvestor for more insights on wealth preservation and retiring on your terms.